Hey guys, Chucky here, bringing you guys a new video, and I'm bringing you the same team as I brought you yesterday because I am really enjoying this team. I think this may be the team that I actually make in-game. I started making a different team, but after playing about, I don't know, 10 more games with this, I only lost 2, so that brings me up to a total of like 5 losses and like 20 wins almost, so it's 18, 19 or 20 wins, something like that. So I mean, that is pretty good, and I've led with Alola Monk every single game, and I think that is what is leading to the victory. I see a lot of things happening in between turns in between games that are allowing me to make adjustments for certain matchups and various things. I had 2 games where the beginning matchup was the exact same. I lost the first one, ended up winning the second one because of that adjustment. But once again, I'll just go through the team real quick. Of course, we got the Muck with Black Sludge, Poison Jab, Protect, Shadow Sneak, and Knock Off. Poison Jab pretty much kills all of the Cocos, as well as hits a lot of things for either neutral or super effective damage. My only weakness is ground. Speaking of ground, we do have Garchomp running Earthquake, Poison Jab, Rock Slide, Dragon Claw with that Choice Scarf. That's going to allow me to outspeed most everything in the game. Of course, I'm going Adamant with him, and that is just going to because everything's pretty slow. So with the Choice Scarf, I'm going to be able to outspeed pretty much everything except for another Choice Scarfed Mon that might have more than 102 speed. But it's unlikely. I did face a Garchomp that did have Choice Scarf, and that did surprise me. Then we have, of course, Gyarados with the Ice Fang, Waterfall, Protect, Dragon Dance, running the Life Orb just to give him that much more intimidating power. Usually people are not ready for it, and he is going to be jolly with that stuff. And then we got Pukamuku. I don't know how to say his name. That might be right. That might be wrong. He is a good switch-in against, Cocos and Xurkitries. You often don't bring him, but when you do, he does do some work. You'll see one of the games today where he does do work, and we have the leftovers on him, splitting up his defenses. We have Bull just to increase his defense, because we want things to kill him with the special defense. This is just up just in case he has to sit there. Of course, 252 HP, because when he does die, he does all that damage back at the Pokemon that killed him, and with Muck's ability, he can get that. I was wrong on Salazzle, by the way. Corrosion only lets you use, like, Toxic on a Steel type, not actually hit it with Sludge Bomb, which I read after I did the video. But, of course, we have Focus Sash because he is very fragile. And then we have Overheat, Sludge Bomb, Will-O-Wisp, and Protect. Will-O-Wisp just for that little bit of extra damage. And then we have the Modest, of course. And then we have Tapu Koko, who I did add yesterday. I forgot to put the attack IVs into him, or EVs into him before I did the video yesterday. Brave Bird, Wild Charge, U-Turn, and Quick Attack. That's just going to allow you to hit things pretty hard. Quick Attack just in case there's a Choice Scarfed Mon. There's not really another attack I would want there, so we just went with that. All the music should be off today, so we're facing this team that's very weak to Muck. This is my first game of the day. And I send out the Muck and Gyarados because that's probably the best lead I have. And then Raichu, Koko, which I figured he would be bringing in those two. So I'm allowed to switch out to Pukamuku. Hopefully that he will do a Thunderbolt or a Wild Charge. Wild Charge definitely because it automatically kills. I'm going to switch in the Garchomp as he goes for the Encore, which is of course not going to affect. But I did get free switch in the Garchomp and back into Gyarados without really having to worry. He's going to use the Z move, which is not going to kill me. Garchomp is pretty bulky, so he's going to be able to take that, get the Earthquake off, killing both of those guys. He's going to come out with Gengar and Lele. There's not really much they can do here. He's going to protect the Gengar, which I figured I have to go with the Earthquake because of the Choice Scarf. I'm going to bring Lele down. He's going to Dazzling Gleam. Gyarados is alright with that, and he is just going to be able to kill it with a Waterfall. He's going to be left with Gengar, and of course, I do have Muck, so he is just going to forfeit. And then this is a pretty interesting team. I'm just when I did this match originally, the Beware was like way up here for some reason. I don't know, it was really weird. So he's going to lead with Clefable and Executor, which is pretty interesting. Executor is way over on my side. He's going to Frisk and see both of my items, which is perfectly fine. He is going to follow me, which I figured. I went for the knockoff to get rid of whatever he might have, so it ended up being leftover, so that was a good choice. But he does go for the Z-move Trick Room, which I found pretty interesting. He is going to put Muck to sleep. Shazzle is going to get off a Sledge Bomb and leave Clefable with about 1 life left. But he's going to be able to get that double sleep powder because he does get that accuracy increase off of that Z move. He's going to bring in the Torkoal. I'm not too worried about Torkoal. I know how to fight against Torkoal. He's going to go with Leaf Storm, which is not going to do a lot to Salazzle. Of course, I am going to protect my Muck. I want Salazzle to die here. I'm hoping that he doubles up or the Eruption will kill. And the Eruption actually does kill. So he's going to go with the second sleep powder. I am going to go out with the Garchomp. The Trick Room has ended, so I have to kill Executor, so I go double up in him. He goes with the Heat Wave instead of going for the Eruption, which would have probably killed my Muck, but he's going to go out with Coco here. I'm just going to switch out to Gyarados because I do not want to take the Eruption, and I'm going to protect my Muck. I figure he's not going to go for the Thunder move, but if he does, then my Gyarados will go down, and I can get back out my Garchomp with Earthquake, but of course he does not do that. Clefable is going to come back in. I do protect my Gyarados, which is good because he gets to survive that, and the Poison Jab will take out the Coco there. The power of the Poison Jab is ridiculous. He's going to protect the Clefable. I actually go for the Shadow Sneak there just in case because I think Clefable might be just a little bit faster than my Muck. So I didn't want to take any chances of him doing, you know, a Moon Blast or something like that. But he's going to go with the Follow Me. I am just going to go and kill it and then go for the Waterfall. It's going to leave him at about 25%. And he's going to take down my Muck, and my Gyarados killed himself, but that's fine because I'm going to bring in the Garchomp, be able to go for the Earthquake, and take the Torkoal out. Next game, pretty standard team. This is what I would expect to see with this core right here, these 4 Pokemon. These 2 can be varied. Of course, you can go with the Tailwind, and you can soak up a lot of damage with the Rakockwid, or whatever his name is. So, of course, the Muck is coming out, the Gyarados is coming out. I figured he'd go Garchomp, Coco here. Coco does have that balloon, but I am just going to protect and go for the Shadow Sneak on the Coco. I figure he's going to go for the Thunderbolt or Thunder something onto that, but I'm able to kill his Coco, which made me pretty happy, and I saw that he was Life Orbed, so I am perfectly okay with that. Now I can protect Muck. He's going to go for the Earthquake again, of course, and then I'm just going to be able to go for the Ice Fang and kill the Garchomp. I'm not sure what the Celesteela is going to go for, and he ends up going for a substitute, and he has the leftovers, so that was pretty annoying. He does bring out the Arcanine. I'm not sure if this is a fully physical Arcanine or what he's doing with it, so I'm just going to go with the Dragon Dance to get my attack back. He does go for the Flare Blitz on Pukumuku and a Leech Seed onto Gyarados, which kind of stinks, but I know Pukumuku has the Pain Split. I do go for the Ice Fang, and I do miss on the Celesteela there, which was pretty unfortunate. I'm going to do Pain Split on Arcanine just to get some of my life back. He did Leech Seed me also, so now I'm being drained. And I'm just going for the Ice Fang. I thought it would break the actual substitute, but it does not. Flare Blitz is going to take out Gyarados. And he's going to go for Flash Cannon, which I'm going to just eat up there. And I will taunt Celesteela, which I guess goes through Substitute. I'm not sure if that's a new thing or that happened before. But I can go for the Shadow Sneak here. He is going to go for the Flare Blitz. I figure he's going to hit the Muck with the Flash Cannon. So I'm just going to go for the Pain Split, put Pukumuku back in a very good position here. And Muck will just be fodder going forward on the turn. So I'm just going to take that to allow the Arcanine to go down a little bit more. And he's just going to go for a Flash Cannon. Of course, I'm going to go for a Toxic and actually miss. And that at the time seemed like it was going to matter. But I do have the Coco, and I just go for the Wild Charge on the Celesteela. I figured if he would have protected, I could have probably got close to surviving that. If I did not hit him and take most of my life as damage. But I do get the Toxic off, and I'm no longer being drained. So I'm just going to protect here and have him die to the Toxic. And Pukumuku, doing work in that game, is going to take it. And this is a pretty standard team, minus the Demise. I think to see this core plus a Snorlax with Belly Drum is going to be pretty commonplace. So he's going to go with the Porygon 2 and Gyarados. I thought it would be the Porygon 2 and the Garchomp maybe. So I went with the Koko, which I didn't end up needing. He does go out to the Garchomp, which I figured. So I just doubled up into the Porygon 2. I go for the Wild Charge and the knockoff to get rid of that Eviolite. He does go for Thunderbolt on the Koko, which kind of shocked me. He's going to go out back with Gyarados. I was going to do another Wild Charge, but I ended up going for the U-turn and the Protect, so I can go out to my own Gyarados, which is going to intimidate his guys. My Muck is -2, so that's kind of unfortunate, so I'm going to get out of there, go to Salazzle. He goes for the Substitute on Garchomp, and I go for the Dragon Dance as well as he does, but I have the advantage right now. So I'm just going to go for the second Dragon Dance. He's going to go for Ice Fang, which I'm going to take pretty well. He's going to go for an Earthquake, which I am perfectly okay with. I'm going to go down to 1 HP. I was just hoping he wasn't going to double up so I can get the Sludge Bomb to break the Substitute. Go for a Protect on Salazzle and an Ice Fang on the Garchomp, who does eat the berry, but at +2, it does not... +2 plus Life Orb, it does not even matter. He goes for the Waterfall. He brings out Snorlax. I just go for the Waterfall on Snorlax just so we cannot Belly Drum just in case. He is going to kill Salazzle, which I am fine with because I still have the Koko in the back. He does go with the Frustration. I'm going to be able to bring out Koko and Muck, and this one is pretty wrapped up as I go for the Wild Charge and the knockoff. There's nothing he can do, and all he has left is his Porygon 2, which is not going to be able to survive a Wild Charge. So I'm going to be able to take him out pretty easily and win that game. And then this team is pretty scary, but there is two Pokemon that I need to just take them out, and that is Garchomp and Muck. If I can get into the right situation, I will win. So I go out with the Muck, I go out with the Gyarados just to get that off there. I'm going to Protect. He is going to go with the Z move, Tectonic Rage, and actually one-shot my Muck, which is pretty unfortunate, but he does go with the Discharge. I get to go out the Garchomp here and go for the Earthquake right away. And I risk it and stay in, figuring that he might think I might switch. But he goes with the Dragon Claw and Grass Knot, and Garchomp just survives. I don't know if that came down to a roll, but I do get the Dragon Dance off. That's how risky I was playing right there. So I'm going to go for the Earthquake, which is going to crit the Garchomp, which didn't matter too much because I was going with the Ice Fang on it also. He comes out with Ninetales. I know if I Earthquake and Waterfall the Ninetales, and I am faster, unless he is Choice Scarfed, so I do get that off, killing the Ninetales. I'm not too scared of the Lele. I figure it's going to go for Dazzling Gleam, just to take me out if it does do anything. He's going to come back out with Xurkitree, and he's going to double Protect, so my Garchomp will fall to the Hail. But I am perfectly okay with that. I want to get rid of the Lele more than the Xurkitree because I did go for the Earthquake, so that was just the safe play on that turn. So I do go out with Koko, which is my last Pokemon, so I'm just going to Waterfall Xurkitree, which is going to kill him, and Wild Charge the Lele. There was nothing he could do there because he could not take out both of the Pokemon, but I was able to just outspeed it because it wasn't Choice Scarfed or anything. But yeah, so I am really enjoying this team. Let me know what you guys think of this team. If you would change anything, add any Pokemon. Pukumuku is he's like sometimes I want to get rid of him, sometimes I don't. I really like having him, but you know, I keep going back and forth with that. But just let me know what you guys think, and I will see you guys later.